What up? What up? We back. We back. Distinguished gents, we in this house. We back again. Got a special guest in the house, my man Braun. What up,
Yes,
Braun?
sir.
Braun.
What's
Little
poppin'
bro.
with it?
Braun.
Little bro.
Not love Braun, but Ja Braun. You dig?
Jabron.
Yeah.
Jabron.
Already, man. And then like swimming, man. How you feeling, man? Welcome to the show,
Oh,
dog.
man. Appreciate it. You know me, just chilling, kicking back, being light skinned like normal.
Already. They say light skin all the way in, man. Shit. That's what's up.
That's funny.
Hey, I can always think of those memes where they're like dark skinned dudes do it like this, and light skinned dudes do it like
Straight up. So, man, salute you, my brother, man. I'm glad you on the
Yeah, man.
have fun tonight, man. We're gonna have a good time tonight, man. So, how y'all
That's
doing,
it,
man?
man.
Kay, Ralph, how y'all doing, man? How y'all
Hey,
feeling, man?
I'm over here, man. I don't
Feeling
know
great,
what's going on in
bro.
my life. I'm just over here.
Feeling real good, man.
Feeling
Hey.
good, feeling great.
Yes, sir.
Man, shoot, you like I do it all the time. What we sipping on tonight, what we drinking, you know, I got my Johnny Walker, sipping on my little whiskey.
Oh man,
Man, what y'all sipping on over there, man? What you got over there in that glass, Ralph?
Hey,
you got some
I
ice in them
my, Pinot Gario, Italy wine, right here.
That boy, that fancy boy,
Hey, it's fancy now.
for sure. Kay, what you drinking on, dog?
Moscato tonight, man.
Oh
Yeah.
man, y'all be in the fancy mood, man. I can dig that, man.
Yeah, y'all big fancy.
Man, Brian, what you sipping on, dog? What you
Hey
drinking on over there,
man,
dog?
hey man, I ain't fancy like y'all, man. You know, we strictly, you know, I'll be childish for y'all. You know, we just out here, you know,
Hey,
sponsorship. Hey, get at me.
You got that Fanta. Who loves orange soda?
Hey man,
Look at
y'all
that.
young kids won't know about
Yeah.
this.
Hey, I do.
Ooh,
Hey,
yeah,
got
that's
that
that
orange
classic
soda.
boy.
For sure, man. For sure, that
Straight
classic,
classic.
man. So we in there like swimwear. We in this thing, man. Shoot, man. How was y'all weekend, man? This weekend was Father's Day, man. Happy Father's Day to you, brothers, man. How y'all
Hey,
feeling, man? What
Exactly.
y'all
Happy
do?
Father's Day to y'all boys.
What y'all do, man? Y'all got some socks, some new drawers, man. What y'all get, dog? Shit.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
bro, I got the Mamba mentality book, man. The Kobe book,
Oh,
man.
nice.
My son blessed me with that, bro. So yeah,
Dope.
That's a good son.
dope.
That's a good son.
I
Bro,
know, man.
great
You raised
son.
them right.
I raised him right.
Hey,
You raised them
keep
right,
on
dog.
doing UK. Keep on doing
Keep
UK.
doing
Yes,
Man, that's
sir.
what's up, man. That's better than some socks, dog. That's what's up.
That,
Hey.
that
Right.
really is
That's
better.
right.
So that's a great read.
It really
too,
is.
So
Great read.
Straight up, man. R.I.P. to the Mamba, man. Shoot, Ralph, man. Shoot, I know you had a pretty busy weekend. You had Gigi's party. Man, how did that go?
Hey man, yeah man. My daughter had her 6. She turned a tall 6, you know, and
Wow,
we were a
really?
little-
man, 6 already, man.
Yeah, man.
Sheesh.
Tall, talks a whole full language of sentences. So nah, man.
6
she
going
got
on
blast,
26.
Man. Hey, I
Wow.
don't want to hear 26 yet, man. That's my little baby girl.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, buddy.
You know the favorite sentence, Daddy, I want this.
Yeah,
Yeah, straight up.
She said that to her godfather. She said, her godfather asked, "What do you want?" I want a robot unicorn, please. And
Robot
it has
unicorn.
yeah, she already knew everything she wanted, and all he could say is,
That's
"All right,
funny.
I got you." But nah, man, she
That's
had
what's
fun,
up.
man. We had her friends all over the house. Family was all here from Dallas. We had 5 generations of family at my house, and man,
Sure.
like, barbecue. You know me, bougie barbecue all day.
All day long, yeah.
All day.
I seen y'all, man, kicking it like kung fu over there, man. Had the
Hey,
little
a
ones
big-
over there in the
big
pool and
old
shit.
water fight, bro. I was spraying kids left and right. Did not care.
That's what's up. Ron, man, when you gonna pop out a few of them, dog?
Ah,
Not soon. Yeah.
I feel you, man. Hey,
Hey man, when that happens, that happens. But right now,
so
hey, man.
right now he chilling, cold
Oh
chilling.
man.
Hey,
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
he
So,
said,
man,
nah, son.
So
Hey, man.
so let me ask you fellas this: you fathers up there, man. Hey, did y'all get that text from the baby mother?
Nope.
Oh man, come on, man.
tough.
I did.
That's crazy.
I did, man.
That's what's up.
And obviously, man, the gift was from her idea.
Oh, that's what's up.
You know what I'm
That's what's
saying?
up,
So that was
Yeah,
all
for
love.
sure.
I definitely
Oh, for
appreciate
sure.
that.
Yeah, for sure, man. Oh man, yeah, man, yeah. I definitely got the text. You know, I always appreciate that, man. My daughter got me a nice little Coach, little travel bag, man. It was dope, man.
Okay.
Nice little leather.
That's what's up.
Yeah, fancy,
so
man.
up.
Shit.
Fancy.
This shit,
That's a dope gift right there.
Oh.
Yeah. It's gonna make me dress up or something, man. Go out of town whenever this
Hey.
quarantine shit is over, man.
He said,
Shit's
"Y'all
crazy,
gonna
man.
Walk around the apartment complex with that joint, man."
Man, I'm trying to tell you, man, that shit is fly, man. So salute to all the mothers, man, but salute to all the fathers, man. The good black
Yes,
dads
sir.
out there doing their thing, man.
Absolutely.
So, you know, big shout out to them, man. So kind of talking about the black fathers, man, you know, let's kind of explain why us black dads matter. You know I was raised in a 2-parent household, man, and like just having that father figure at the crib, man, was really detrimental to me as a man today, man. Kind of speak on that, man. How y'all feel about that, man? And, you know, tell me some stories of just some mentors, father figures, you know, that y'all had around y'all that just kind of molded you into the man that y'all are today.
Yeah, man. Shout out, man, to my pops, man. You know, he was definitely around in my life, and I felt like, you know, it's some strong mothers out there, man. Like I said, that some fathers are not in the home, but when you had a father in the home, man, it definitely makes a difference. I definitely had my father in my life, and just watching him, he taught me by example. You know what I mean? So I was watching the way he would treat other people and how he would live his life, and had a big influence on my life, man. So I want to appreciate him for that, you know?
Yeah, for sure. For sure, man. How about you, Ralph, man? I know I met your pops, man. Man, your pops one of the flyest older cats, man, I never met, man. I'm like, fly. I'm
Easy.
talking about, man, GQ all day.
Easy.
Hey, I'm just blessed to be named after that man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Like, you know, I share his name. You know, he's one of my. I look up to that man with everything. That's my biggest influencer. And
For sure.
That's dope right there.
Yeah,
That's dope.
He teaches me the game. He teaches me everything in life, man. And we have great father-son talks. You know, he raised me to a certain standard of life, you know, and from his background to how he just took himself apart to make him who he is, you know. This man was in Jet magazine. It's like he has so much undercover shit that I don't even know.
Swag.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me find out your dad's Superfly.
Yeah, he got that one gold chain, and everybody's intimidated by him.
Man, let me find out. Let me watch some of them old Shaft movies and see your pops as an extra, dog. Let me find out.
Wow.
Nah, man,
Straight
it's
up,
just
man.
funny because like females really be having a crush on this guy. I'll be like, yo, that's my dad, and he's married. Oh,
Hey, that's cat daddy right there, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's just Sugar Daddy 101 right there.
But nah, man, he's just a great. You know a man by how he's represented in the community. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing he taught me. And man, his representation is huge. You know, and you see everybody that just has a straight back when they meet him. You know, it's real. And so, you know, I'm just blessed to have him in my life, man. For real. He kind of a lot of people don't know my back end story, man. I went through a lot of you know, mental disabilities growing up, and he didn't phase that with me. He just like, hey, this is who you are, this is what we're gonna do, and he pushed the extra mile to get to where I'm at today. So, man, I'm just blessed to have really both of my parents in my life, man. I love them both to death.
For sure, man. Salute.
That man to
Yes, sir.
Right.
So,
Braun, talk to me, man. Tell me about your father figure, man. Some role models, man. You know, tell me about it, man.
I feel you on that. Yeah, for me, it's just more of like I grew up with my mom most of the rest about from 10 years old on. My dad passed away when I was 10, about 8. So
yeah, for sure.
I'm the second oldest out of four kids, 3 sisters.
Yeah.
So like,
man,
kind of that older / like father figure in a way, but like I learned a lot from my mom and my uncles know them after my dad passed. And so that's kind of like who checked on me the most, you know, kept me in shape, you know, even though my mama, you know, hey, she hands it the best of them, keep everybody in check, help me make who I am. But just my uncle, man, and all 3 of them all their ways, they made sure like, hey, you're not going to do what we doing in the streets and all that stuff. We gonna make sure you stay out there and do what you're supposed to.
That's right, man. That's
otherwise, they would quick to pull up on me. It didn't matter where I was at.
Straight up. like they always say, it takes a village, man. It takes a village, buddy. Man. You know, we all got to come together, man. Mother, uncles, I got a lot of influential uncles, man, that kind of like, took my hand, be like, hey, bro, we're going to do it like this. And then I had some hood uncles, and I learned from them too. He was like, hey, look, I did this, so you won't have to go through this type shit. Yeah. So, man, for sure, salute them, man. My pops, man, he been there 100%, man. God-fearing, man. I always showed the example. One of the funniest man that you'll ever meet. One of the coolest down to earth, man. I'm talking about, man, we be calling, man, just joking and laughing and shit, man. It's amazing to have that figure, man, that mentor, the people that's in your circle, man. No doubt, man. So salute to all of them, man. I actually kind of looked up some, the reasons why Black fathers matter. And I seen some real good shit, man. And I was kind of blown away by it. Because a lot of times, the stigma on the Black father is like, we're not there, or, or we're not trying to be in the kid's life. But according to the CDC, it shows that the Black father are more likely than the white and Hispanic counterparts to play with, eat with, feed, bathe, dress, and read to their children. Yeah. That's according to the CDC, man. That's dope, man, considering all the shit that we go through every day as Black men, that we have to overcome throughout the centuries and shit like that, the oppression, the system, we still there, man. So I never want nobody to say, oh, Black fathers, man, we're absentee and shit like that. Of course, it's some, but shoot, overall, man, we take care of our business, you know what I'm saying? So big salute to all the fathers, all the mothers, man. All the uncles, all the sisters, all the brothers. Salute to y'all, man. Like I say, it's a village, man. We trying to raise kings and queens and do shit like that, man. So, man, I'm going to go ahead and lift up my glass of my little whiskey to all the fathers out there.
Brothers. Get that orange soda, bro.
Get that orange soda out there,
man, bro. You just got it,
Say amen, say amen. For sure.
Amen.
For sure, man. So big shout out, man. So
hey, man, big cat.
So now, man, so man, what is looking like out there, man, with this lot of shit going on in the world? I see the cases in Houston is just rising. We're gonna be back on lockdown. Man, I'm telling you, man.
What is going on in Houston, bro?
Bro, we like to party. We like to turn up. We like to go, man. They open up them doors early for us. They had some states they just now in phase 3. Man, we've been in phase 5 and 6. Man, we've been chilling. We've been at the club.
Forget phases, man. They've been doing that even before they put it in lockdown. Now they ain't even a thing, man.
Right. Last week I was going into stores. Ain't nobody was wearing masks, and now this shit is going crazy.
Remember that pool party?
Oh yeah, that's where most of it started.
The pool parties, the protests.
Man, it started before the pool party. It started when they was at the address before they said, "Hey, y'all got to stay in for 2 months."
Man, check this out.
Oh man, at the address.
Check this out. Memorial Day was popping in Houston. What you mean?
Oh yeah, Memorial Day. Hey, nobody.
It was all the way. It was all the way lit. It was all the way lit. Now we're going to have to sit our punk ass down again. Watch. I'm telling you, give me about 2 more weeks, man. We're going to shut the shit down again.
2, I'll give you less. I say by next week.
Hey, I'll say 2 days. 2 days.
It's
no
crazy.
cap. By the time you air this, we might be on lockdown.
We're going to be on lockdown. Straight up, man. Straight up, man. And the governor, man, he don't know. He just sounded a statement today saying, hey, it's best that you guys just stay home. But he was the same one rolling around in the chair, Lord forgive me, rolling around and shit, talking about, hey, let's go ahead and open this bitch up. And now he backpedaling. He backpedaling in that wheelchair, talking about, hey.
Reverse.
Slide to the left. Take it back now, y'all.
That boy don't understand what was going on.
Man, I mean,
he was money hungry.
Man, he's trying to get that paper, man. Hey, because he knew, man. Open it up, man. Yeah. So shit, man. So they're gonna lock everybody down again. It's gonna be crazy, man. So with all this quarantine shit, man, I want to ask about, the dating scene. My boy Ralph was kind of telling me a little bit about the dating scene. I'm saying? I don't need it for myself. So let me clear that up for my old lady. Look at this and try to, lead me. But yeah, man. But I've been hearing a lot about the dating scene, a lot of new shit that they got going on. I'm hearing about the Facebook app, man. What's up with that, man? Anybody tried it? That's single. I ain't trying to get nobody in trouble here. Anybody tried the Facebook dating?
Single is me, really. You know what I'm saying? So we.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, so I'm just singling you out, pretty much.
Oh,
so,
okay, great.
So
All
tell us
I'm
about
saying is that stuff is weird, bro. I wouldn't expect
shit.
Facebook to go that far.
Hey, it's weird. Hey, it's really weird. Like, I'm trying it, but I might get off of it. It's kind of.
Why is it weird? Man, tell us about it, man.
It's like dysfunction. There's a reason why they're on that app. And dysfunctional qualities.
He came right off the gate with that. Bro. He said there's a reason.
That boy came out straight.
Man.
He straight up. J.R. Smith turned around, Swaggy P walked away to say, "I'm forgetting."
Damn. I mean, how long?
Book, huh?
Toxic book. Is it that bad, or is it just the area you in? Because you in San Antonio, dog. I know it's I know. Hey, I'm not trying to hate on San Antonio. Like, I love San Antonio and all, but like, what do San Antonio got out there though? Like, I mean, what it's looking like? I mean,
say they dry. He said they dry.
Six Flags and a river walk.
I'm talking about as far as women, like single women. What is it? Oh, he drinking. He's sipping. He taking a long sip.
They got SeaWorld too, Braun.
Oh, they got SeaWorld.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just going off
kind of animals at SeaWorld. You don't want to go there.
I'm just going off what Charles Barkley say, man. He said that's all they got is you got churros and Riverwalk, dog. Like, so. Damn. So I mean, tell me, man. Hey, if I'm lying, I'm flying. I don't know. Shit, you let me know. Redirect my path.
Hey, this wine's good as shit though.
I feel you, dog. You don't want to talk down on your city, dog.
I mean, I've been living here, and it's been, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Coming from Houston and stuff, it ain't like, it's different. It's not a lot of us doing their thing. You feel me? And it's different. Like,
different in how?
It's
expound for me, brother.
He ain't got the ratchet spots. That's what he's looking for.
A lot of $30,000 millionaires. That's all I'm gonna put. Shout out to my boy John. He hit me with that quote. There's a lot of $30,000, $20,000 millionaires here.
Okay.
The mindset.
Man, so
20,000 millionaire. Wow.
So what you telling me? Facebook dating app is not what it is for San Antonio.
I mean, it's a good thought because everybody's on Facebook. So
true. Okay.
So it's like a lot more options, but
I don't know about that, man. Only people I know on Facebook.
Being a black man out here is all like it's slim red pickings that I date black women.
Preach.
So it's slim pickings. So it's like, yes, y'all, I date black women. All right, cool. Yes, I'm Raphael.
Facts.
I date black women. Thank you.
Okay, so you're trying to get some of your DMs, though. Okay, I got you, dog.
Nah, I'm just saying the truth. I don't care about DMs.
PSA.
All eyes, I see them. But yeah.
He say, I see y'all. Check him out. You see how on the book, on the gram, all that shit.
But nah, I mean, to be honest, it's like I don't really do dating apps. I don't really try to get in the dating scene like that because it's like I just don't really have a lot of time for it. But I try to make time for it because I'm like on my purpose right now. So if you're not like trying to like enhance what I'm doing right now and nurture my purpose of what I'm doing right now, then
nurture my purpose.
Wow, nurture my purpose. That boy,
you hear them words? You hear them words?
Put that on a shirt.
Hey,
for real, nurture my purpose.
Hey. You dig?
Wow,
that's what's up.
That.
So I mean,
it's not
the mindset that a woman has right now, then I can't really dig with that because it's gonna make me unfocused. It's not gonna like really prosper my path at this point in time.
Path.
Basically, you're not settling. That's what you're saying.
Hey, I don't have anybody to settle with yet that has that mindset of that diagram, so I'm cool.
Preach.
Boy, you spit some bars, dog. You spit some t-shirt.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
dog.
Don't
real
leg day.
Hey, come on, man. Man, that is what's up. That's what's up, man. What if they had an Instagram dating site? I think Instagram would be a little more lit.
Instagram already a dating site.
Category there. What you mean?
I'm just saying, like an actual like section, like, hey, meet me on this explore page, the dating explore page.
They already doing that.
Come on now.
You shoot your shots for the comments or the DMs, one of the two. That's what they doing.
Or hey, when you tell your story, you put the location on. They're like, oh, that's where he is.
Hey man, you gotta look at the algorithms though on the explore page because it takes about the stuff that you be double tapping and liking constantly, and you search.
Yes,
that's how your explore page, the algorithms will actually do that. So
that algorithm is something else, boy. Yeah.
So what you mean to tell me? So what you telling me is I need to stop following all them Instagram models because that's all I see.
It goes off of what you be following and then what you be double tapping. Eventually, it's that algorithm. The more you do it, it's gonna eventually your explore page. Nothing but that.
It knows that's what you like, bro.
Damn it.
Damn it. You get the random when you click that and you just see the first 10 boxes be what you double tapped 2 days ago.
Hey,
the algorithms.
Hey, you dumb, bro. You dumb, bro.
So you mean to tell me that's the reason why my girl giving me the side eye?
Yep. You might want to go back on ESPN and all the other go double tap a couple times, get your explore page right.
Damn, so right. Damn it, man. And appreciate you clearing that up for me, man.
Hey,
I'm gonna start following some of them, man. There's too much plastic going on Instagram, dog.
Hey T, can you woo?
What's up?
Woo? Look at that.
Hey, man. Damn. I see now, man. That's the reason. Yeah, it's too much plastic. It's too much plastic floating around for me now. I'm getting tired of seeing that, dog. Maybe I'm getting older. I'm like, man, it's a lot of plastic floating around, man.
It really is, bro.
It look like the ocean, dog. It look like a pollution, dog, on that. Now, dog, everybody's body is altered.
They getting the lips, everything. I'm like, bro.
All right, I'm gonna get you, sucker. Get this back in the day, and it's still real to today. I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Crazy.
This big.
They taking parts off their body and putting it in other parts, man. Your knee bone is connected to your
hip
bone. Yeah.
Come on, bro.
I'm gonna keep it
going to the same doctor.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, man. Well, no, I can't say not all of them, because some of them, man, be looking like the movie Ants. Have you ever seen the movie Ants? I'm like, man, what's going on? But no, what's crazy is, man, I used to kind of be digging that, like when Kardashian first came out. I'm like, oh man, that's fine right there. But now I'm getting older. I'm like, oh, you see that scar? You see that scar under her chest right there?
You know what it is.
And then you see the little injections on the little thigh. I'm like, oh man, that ain't true, dog.
If you see them 3 shots, just walk.
I'm like, oh, bro. And then I messed up and I messed up and followed Dr. Miami on Snapchat. I don't even be on Snapchat like that. No, I don't even be on Snapchat like that. But I start following. He show everything. He show when he doing the operation, like sawing at these women. They be opened up, taking fat out of them. I'm like, he be showing the before and after. I'm like, dog, they was built like SpongeBob. Now they built like Jessica Rabbit. Come on,
look like the Michelin Man. You better stop playing.
Yo, them butt shots be bursting on them, bro.
Hey, man.
Like how?
One fall at the right angle, they gonna come out flat as a pancake.
Yeah, man. So
one twist of the heel. One twist of the heel.
Yeah, man. So I'm low key over all the extraness, man. I like that natural now, man. Like you see somebody natural, you be like, man, I got that natural. Like to me, that's worth more than gold.
I gotta go back to my natural. Kelly Rowlands and my Aaliyahs, man, back in the day, man. That's
exactly. All. I'm talking about bad. I'm talking about 10 times better than all these little vixens now. Because they all starting to look the same.
It's starting to look the same. Yeah.
And have me some coffee too. 4-page letter with some coffee.
It's like I seen like 4 of them on the Explore page. Don't tell nobody, but I seen 4 of them on the Explore page look exactly alike. I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm starting following. So by next week, I'm gonna follow like 30% of them. I ain't gonna say 50 yet, but 30% is gonna get unfollowed, man. After this joint, that's for sure, man.
Stupid. Bro.
That's for sure, man. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I had to get that in. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, for sure, man.
You good?
So speaking of that, man, with these ladies altering their bodies and stuff like that, they trying to attract them in and stuff like that, and we see a lot of culture is shifting. A lot of things is changing from it was like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and shit like that. So that kind of brings me to my next point about cancel culture. It seems like whenever somebody do anything in our culture, we cancel them right off the bat instead of looking at, the facts or whatever. So, so how do y'all feel about cancel culture in today's standards? Because sometimes we cancel people prematurely. And, when you cancel somebody, what does that really mean? Does that mean, okay, we're going to dismiss their whole catalog, everything they did, all their life's work? Just like Bill Cosby, for example, man, he did so much for the Black community, but, he did some over 30 years ago, 15 years ago. And now they pretty much just canceled him, threw him in the trash. He's in jail now. It's like, so when he died, we're just going to be like, oh, we're just going to call him Bill Cosby and move on. Right. So how do you guys feel about cancel culture? And sometimes people get canceled for like small shit. Like they say something like Kevin Hart that one time he was talking about, if his son was gay, he was going to knock him over the head with a dollhouse. And they want to cancel him. They made him apologize.
He kind of said something what a lot of Black fathers say though at that time. And they get that question, they be like, "Oh yeah, man, I hope my son don't come out gay." Like, man, I kick that man out. That's just a natural reaction. Like, you gotta explain, because no father would want that. Yeah, it's something different for them. So if it happens, it's a change of culture for them and culture shock that they have to adjust. But you know what I'm saying? It's just a figure of speech saying you can't cancel a man for saying what anybody that even without his status would say. Even would say that's on the corner. You can go ask a man on the corner about that. Like, man, hey man, you got a son? Yeah. What if he came and say you was gay? He'd probably tell you the same answer.
Yeah, that's true. That's true because I guess they're in that position or they had that certain celebrity. That's true. Yeah, that's a good point, bro.
No, I think people are like too sensitive nowadays. Like, they cancel culture. They don't even know the history behind that person. They don't even know that person, but they're so sensitive to like this nothingness, and they're like, "Well, I believe this," and it's nothingness. You don't know what that man's doing behind scenes. You don't know what he's doing to enrich his community. You don't know what he's doing of his thinking day-to-day pattern. It's like Jay-Z said. He's like, I know there's 365 days out this year. On each day, I know what I'm doing. Do you know what you're doing? Like, why are you worried about what I'm doing when you don't know what you're doing? So
do your research.
Yeah, it's like, and they canceling people out that are just really helping the community out, or they're doing something big. Bill Cosby, does he have his endeavors? He's human. But did he do a lot for Black television during his time? Yes. So it's like, you got to know the history. And did he try to buy NBC? Yes. Did they shut him down? Yes. So it's like, you got to look at the big macro level of things that, individuals are doing that before they get canceled. I think us as people, as in our community, we just cancel things out when we don't really know any history behind it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Straight up. Without doing the research. Yeah.
So that kind of brings me to my next point with the cancel culture, man. So recently, it seems like a lot of people start turning their back on this particular artist. And when I say this artist, y'all going to be like, what? For real? Y'all probably haven't heard about it. But man, can y'all believe that they tried to cancel my boy, J. Cole? Last week, he put out a new song called Snow on the Bluff. And, he said some things where some people that listened to it, they kind of dissected it and they made it seem like they was kind of attacking a young lady by the name of No Name, which is a fellow rapper from Chicago. But now they said what he said in his lyrics is enough to like mute him or cancel him. Can y'all believe that shit?
It's dumb.
Man, foolery.
Have y'all heard the song?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like it. I like it. It's speaking so many facts. It's J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? That's J. Cole. He just spitting facts, spitting lyrics, spitting verses. You feel me? And if you actually listen to it, it's great.
It's also an issue, man, because a lot of people, like, you can't be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're honest about something, that's a problem. They're going at your head.
Yeah.
This man was speaking from his heart and how he felt. So,
it's like, wow.
For sure, man. Yeah, so I could tell you kind of a little background on it. You know, what the reason why he, you know, kind of came up with the song and the lyrics and stuff like that. You know, the rapper No Name, which is she's a rapper, like I say, from Chicago, but not only that, she's an activist. She's leading a revolution for young ladies. She got a book club. I mean, she's very well read. She's very, very good. I mean, I really like her music. Like, I've been jamming her for the last few years. I really enjoy it. She put out 2 albums, which I think are phenomenal. She's a dope rapper, dope female rappers, man. She don't talk about twerking and shaking her ass and stuff like that. Not saying anything wrong with that, but she's more of a conscious female rapper. She's on the lines with Rhapsody, if y'all ever listen to Rhapsody. So, you know,
to go to.
Exactly. So she's very dope. So I'll put her in the category with like Queen Latifah, Rhapsody, and the more so conscious female rappers. But she put out a tweet, you know, with all this stuff that's going on, you know, we got a lot of civil unrest. She actually put out a tweet basically calling out all of the conscious rappers, basically saying that, you know, it got a lot of rappers that always rap about the struggle, but can they at least send out a tweet? They can't even send out a tweet at a time like this. She was basically calling out. She said, we got some of the multi-platinum rappers out here that's always talking about the struggle, but they can't even send out a tweet at a time like this. So I guess J. Cole heard this and he kind of felt offended by it. He kind of felt like, you know what? I'm pretty sure she's talking about me because, you know, it's only 2 people she could be really talking to at a time like this that's multi-platinum, because they got other conscious rappers. But I mean, how many are them are just like multi-platinum like that? Of course, we got Dead Prez, like Dead Prez, like Killer Mike, but they're not just like, you know, flying off the shelf like that, be honest with you. So it's only narrows it down to 2 people, like you said, Cole and Kendrick. So, you know, he basically wrote the song Snow on the Bluff. And I got a couple of lyrics I can kind of dissect, because a lot of people like, man, why would she come at him? Why, you know, why is she upset? And I'm like, man, I want to know the same thing. Shit. So I actually put up some of the lyrics and kind of highlighted, you know, some of the stuff that he was talking about, and you guys can kind of let me know, was he attacking her or not? So he kind of started it off like this. Niggas be thinking I'm deep, intelligent, fooled by my college degree. My IQ is average. There's a young lady out there. She's way smarter than me. So that's how the song started. So right now, the first bar is basically acknowledging that, you know, I went to college, but, you know, I got an average IQ. You know, this young lady, she's smarter than me. He giving it up to her from the rip. The bar that really kind of got him in trouble, or a lot of people are saying that, you know, he attacked her on, especially with a time like this. He said, but shit is something about the queen tone that's bothering me. So that's where everybody's like, oh, you know. So, but he's saying basically like, okay, you know, she put this tweet out, you know, and like, you know, but her tone was kind of messed up. Yeah. So before I just kind of say that, I want to say this too. Will you ever been in a relationship where you told a black woman, hey, watch your tone?
I think we all have, you know, it just, your tone also matches their tone. So you can say it in your tone where it's like, you know, chill out a little bit, but they gonna be like, what you mean? You know, so it's like, sometimes it's a win-loss situation. A lot of times it's a loss-loss situation, because you could be trying to say something in a good, meaningful way, but it's also the way you say things could change the situation. You could tell somebody, your tone could be real, you know, nice, mannered, but what you may say may piss somebody off, or they may take it the wrong way, what you're saying, even though you're coming from a genuine place and your tone isn't like on 100, it's like on 2.
Yeah.
And I feel like in this situation, that's how his was. His tone was more on a, like, maybe even want to say a 20. But the thing was, her tweet came at him. It wasn't just directed at him, but it's a sub at him, which more of, you could have not pointed that at him or like Kendrick or something like that. You could have just said people are doing stuff in the community, but there's a lot of people that have a lot of power that are not speaking up as much as they are saying they are, or out doing, taking action, you know.
Sure,
but
sure.
I like how he kind of, people not really looking at it that way, but Snow on the Bluff, it's a good actual title for the song too, because if you ever seen that movie Snow on the Bluff, it was all about a guy in the hood, he living the life, shooting all that stuff, but all at the end of the movie he tell you it's all a bluff. It was not real, it was fake. So And it's a double entendre for the thing. I like that title.
I like that. Hey, I like that.
I like that. Okay, bro. Okay.
Drop that mic, Tom.
Hey, man. A lot of people didn't really catch that. I caught it when I seen the title. I was like,
oh, shit.
It's another meaning on this, because if you watch it, the movie funny. It's, it's a natural little hood flick, but like, it's all a bluff. Like you said, Snow in the bluff. It's always, there's a bluff behind everything, but he came out, like you said, and admitted, like, I don't know he's smarter than me, but I don't know this. Y'all have to educate me.
But, to me, that was his J. Cole's humble side, man. You know what I mean? Because there is a lot of stuff that he does know about. You know what I mean? And I think that was the right approach for him to come at it in a way. It was like, look, man, I don't know everything. And it takes a smart person to recognize that I'm not always the smartest person in the room.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The people that always feel like, oh, I'm smarter than everybody, they're usually not. They're not smart at all.
Exactly. Man, that's dope, man. Hey, man, you got me want to watch that movie, man. But
hey, man, watch it. Watch it, bro.
Hey, Braun, fix your glasses one more time, man.
Hey, man, hit him with
there you go. There it is.
Yeah.
Hit him with the old man lean. Be like, hey, what you say? Hold up.
For sure.
Hey, I got something to say about it, though.
For sure.
I think how his approach wasn't really offensive to me. You know what I'm saying? At all. I just think at the end of the day, it was more logic on his approach, because he didn't say it in a tone where it was even bad. He said, like, and plus, like, what do you do in this time? Like, as a human, what do you do in this time when there's 2 pandemics going on? And it's like, we never been in this episode as Black people where we're finally speaking from our chest, from our heart, from our emotions, from our mindsets, from, our ancestors. We're speaking up for them. So we never been in this type of this thinking and these habits right now. So it's like, why are everybody so offended about everybody's approaches right now when nobody ever been in this situation?
Yeah, sure. And for me, honestly, I'm like more of it like, why is it a competition?
Exactly.
Like why are we competing with each other? It's like, you know what? Hey, you may know a little bit more about the situation. Educate me, and let's work together. Let's come together for a solution. Versus, I mean,
yeah.
It kind of like it kills my like it. It's like our day-to-day lives when it comes to each other, a Black man and a Black woman. It's like, why are we always battling?
It's a competition,
like, why are we
man.
always battling? Why are we always
we should be uplifting?
Like, why? And, because I'll be reading books all day. The ego is created from childhood. It's not a real thing. And we got to really think about what's your ego and check it, as men and as women, especially Black men and Black women, because we're not here to hurt each other. This is systematically oppressed to offend each other, so we never get along. We always find an issue. We always find something that's wrong with our character. Like, we have to find something wrong. And we can't just love each other just because we love each other. And this is what be killing me all the time. And this is what hurts the most, when you see dysfunction and more dysfunction and the cycles and the cycles and the cycles. And this is part of it here. It's like J. Cole just really told this woman, like, hey, I don't understand. Yeah. Create that knowledge. She's coming like,
teach me.
You don't tweet nothing. Oh, you don't do, like, what? Stop it. Everybody just stop.
Yeah.
And let's look at how can we help develop each other. And that's it.
Yeah. Exactly. And also, it's how you do it. You know what I mean? Because as a rapper, J. Cole, his natural instinct as a rapper, he's super competitive too.
Yeah.
He's gonna come back on wax like, but he felt a certain way on how the tone was. That's why he said he didn't appreciate the tone. And so if you really genuinely want to educate somebody, go to them in a certain way, a different way.
Exactly. Yeah, man. One thing I can kind of chalk it up as is maybe a misunderstanding, because have you guys ever sent a text to somebody, where you wasn't upset, but you sent the text and it kind of, somebody kind of misconstrued it.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
I kind of look at it like that. Like you're sending that text, like, all right, I'm good. And then you're like, oh, you good? What you mean you good? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So maybe it was more so like on the text level, like,
right.
Watch your tone. Because, if you think about it too, like if you ever told a woman, watch your tone, you're not saying it in a calm manner, right? Like if you got a female going off on you, you're gonna be like, hey, look, watch your tone. So I think that's where a lot of people that listen to a lot of women, a lot of people, on the other side, even Chance the Rapper, he said something kind of like it's an L for the black man. Like Chance the Rapper kind of came to her aid because, No Name was featured on a lot of Chance the Rapper songs. So he kind of came to her aid. But to me, it's not even like a beef. It's not a beef. It's more like, okay, I'm a rapper. I rap. That's what J. Cole was basically saying. Look, I rap. I rap, and he even came up with another tweet afterwards saying, look, I am not one of those brilliant minds, but I'm a thinker. I'm not a big reader, but I think a lot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's how he dissected it. But I think it's more so like, I didn't like her tone. A lot of people just kind of flip shit because it's like when a man said it to a woman, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. You can't tell a black woman watch your tone. Period. You can't I'm just saying, really no woman, but especially a black woman, you can't tell a black woman, you can't be like, look, watch your tone. Because that's basically telling them, watch your mouth, watch your conduct, sit down, and shut up. I'm just saying, so I get both sides. So it probably, just like I say, that tweet, you say something, but I feel like he was very humble about it. I feel like he was very respectful. I feel like he shouldn't be canceled over it. Like, hey, I'm not canceling J. Cole. That's for damn sure.
Hey, go ahead. Y'all want to cancel him out? Cool, man. I'm going to still be front row if I can be. That's less of y'all.
I've been following J. Cole since 2000 when he dropped the Come Up, and I've been a fan ever since. And, I'm definitely waiting for them to drop music during this time because they basically give us the soundtrack of the struggle. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah. So let me say something, man. You cannot cancel people like a J. Cole, bro. Yeah, exactly. That just won't happen. Yeah. So that don't exist.
At least if you're gonna cancel somebody,
they also tried to include Kendrick in that, man.
Yeah. Same thing. You're not gonna cancel.
And
you're not
like,
gonna cancel
how? These black men marched. They're in the community. Like
exactly.
I mean, what you cancel? You got to cancel the NBA because now all the players showed up in a damn march and they haven't tweeted a lot either.
Yep, that's true.
I just put it like this: do your research, man. Do your research before you cancel somebody or something. Like, do your research behind it, because just because they might not speak about it like that, don't mean they're not out there doing something. Because Cole does a lot and Kendrick does a lot too. Because Kendrick was out there in LA and Compton doing walking and doing, protests, all this other stuff with some people's athletes, celebrities. Him and DeMar DeRozan and Russell Westbrook were all out in LA during protesting and all that stuff. And same thing, like Cole was in North Carolina doing a bunch of protests, and he does more than that. But like recently, he had to, you can't go at him when he got pictures out there. There's him, Dennis Smith, and them leading off, and they put together a whole protest for that out in Fayetteville, all the, and he front row with it, on the horn and all.
Straight up.
Yeah. So like I said, do your research before you cancel somebody.
For sure. So with that being said, let me ask a question: should art translate into activism?
Yeah.
Should just because they are conscious rappers, should they tweet about everything? Should they be on the front lines of everything? Are they obligated to?
No. They just got to do what they feel. They human. Like, you know what I mean? Just because of the celebrity. Yeah, that doesn't mean they're going to translate into that every single time. Because I'm seeing, like I said, I'm seeing J. Cole, kid, they on the front line with this. So, nah.
Yeah, I mean, it's dumb to me because at the end of the day, it's just like, why would you... We're all human. We're all in this new disparity of what's going on. This is new. And we can't just be like, we're taking it how we're taking it, and it's like, you know, like for myself, I don't know what to do sometimes, but I'm trying to do my part.
Right.
And it's like
Yeah.
it's a hard place to be in because like, okay, I know people that know people, but how do I approach this situation? Or how do I educate this situation? Like what's the best way of doing stuff? And right now it's the back end. You can have the Soldiers March. We said this in shows over and over again on the 8th and 7th episode, 400 Pandemic. Watch it, please.
For sure.
So we said this before, like, you can have the soldiers, but what's the back end line doing to change the Constitution, to change the
Everybody
law?
Plays a part.
Yeah, like, you can't just be like, well, you're a conscious rapper, so you need to be conscious on Twitter too. Nah, it's like, that's the dumbest facts. It's like, you see, like, Obama doing something, you see, you know, everybody's playing their part. Even Oprah's trying to do something. You know, even Gail's trying to come back. And we don't even know why she's coming back, but she's trying to come back.
Gail got canceled. She got canceled.
Gail's
canceled.
That's the person that needs to be canceled. She lost her black card. We need to change the black anatomy to Martha Stewart. We'll take Martha Stewart over.
I'm not gonna lie.
Two times.
I'm not gonna lie. Take Martha. I'm not gonna lie, man. That shit was the funniest shit when Snoop went off. I'm sorry.
I heard that too.
People was mad at Snoop, but man, what Snoop say on there? What Snoop say?
He said,
should I call her one?
He said, "Fuck you, Gail."
No, that nigga said, should I call her one? Because I want to call her one. Dog head, bitch. I was laughing. I was laughing about 3 weeks, man, for sure, man. So last question about that subject, and we're going to kind of move on. You know, with this going on, is this the reason why black men don't express their feelings to the opposite sex? Because it seemed like he was just kind of expressing himself. He wasn't trying to cause any big commotions. I'm like, you know, I mean, because that's a stigma. That's one thing that a lot of people say. You know, as black men, we don't like to express ourselves to our woman and stuff like that. Is that a reason? Because you know, if you say the wrong thing,
I'm
it can just blow
I'm gonna
up.
take the wheel so nobody else gets in trouble. I'll get in trouble for all y'all. Yes, because sometimes it's hard to express. Like, we're human, you know. We have feelings too. We keep a lot of stuff pent up as men. You know, like I go to therapy so to get all this shit out my mind. You know, to balance me out. And it's like, if a woman can't balance and understand what I'm really going through, and she's always got a lip, got a mouth, always got to have some type of like approach, and it's not the right approach to it. And you know, we can go deeper than that. It's the first three chakras that a lot of people live in. You know what I'm saying? It's your survival tactic, and that's what a lot of it causes the issue. Because at the time when you're expressing yourself, and you're like, hey, that was wrong. How was it wrong? This and this. You're just like, whoa, no, I'm just saying you gotta listen to the full sentence and my outcome, so I can like help you help us. You know what I'm saying? Because if I can't express myself, how we know how I really feel? How can you really take that delivery and make it whole? You know, and I need that estrogen level in you to like help me out. And
that boy spitting them facts today.
It's just like, I just don't get why it's this masculinity now that's like killing everything. You know, I don't need no man approach. Oh, he can't do shit for me. The competition in it. It's like all these egotistical factors of nothingness for no apparent reason. And it kills me every day.
Yeah,
you don't see a lot of. That's why you see broken homes, broken families, broken this, broken that, because nobody tries to lower their damn ego to function correctly and start helping each other to build each other up in a relationship, to create that strong foundation. Because you cannot have nothing without a strong ass foundation. And if you don't have that foundation, just forget about it. Because how are we supposed to express ourselves as men when you're trying to emasculate us as men? You know, and that's not that's not cool with me, and it's not cool when I see it when it happens to other brothers, even like another race of brothers. You know, it just doesn't sit well with me because you're not showing your true purpose and character about who you are when a man came and expressed his true feelings about what he needs to do.
True.
All right,
that goes to also just as, you know, not even just saying black man, but just as a man in general. As a boy, what was you told as a kid? Man, suck that up. Don't show no emotion. Yeah, don't let them see.
That's real.
And that, you know what I'm saying? So that also plays a big part because it affects a lot of us because you be like, man, I can't show no emotion. I was raised like this, so your mindset gets stuck in that, and it's hard to switch that. And when somebody is being genuine that wants to like let you express yourself to them, you don't know how to. Or,
that's real.
Because you always been told majority of your life growing up, man, you're not supposed to show emotion. Hold that in. Yeah, don't show them this, show them that. So that's also a big factor.
That's so good. That's huge, man. That's huge. Yeah. And that goes into even deeper. And I don't want to go off subject, but that goes into deeper about like the mental side of like the depression and all these issues that you're running into because we can't express ourselves in that way. Because like you said, the black man is supposed to be strong within his family. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have that outlet to express that from your significant other, like the world already is against you. You got so much against you already. Mm-hmm. So where do you turn? So that leads to other problems, man. So you hit it right on the nail, man.
Yeah.
Real talk.
And I think it's like what Braun said though. It's the family cycles of what you're growing up.
We were taught.
And so whatever you grew up with is what you're going to carry on in your adult lifehood unless you start recognizing, being aware of the cycles, and start changing your tone up. Because I think what a lot's going on too is we don't have the right verbiage, for ourselves. Meaning that we're not mindful with our words.
Preach.
And we don't speak up to the right words. Instead of saying, man, my day sucks. Nah, man, this is a lot to learn today. I can change my outlook on this and change my approach. Because once you change your approach, the vibrations change within you differently. And so it's just like, it just gets tiresome because it's like, here we are, we're growing up with these cycles. And nobody's doing nothing to change it when you know it's some bullshit.
Facts.
And how can you be an honorable man or somebody that wants to lead a family if you can't even lead yourself?
For sure.
Oh boy, this man. What the Bible?
Yeah, this his show. Yeah. This your show, bro.
Y'all killing it, man. Y'all giving me insight, man. Man, that's what's up. I ain't got no followers for that shit, man.
No,
that's real talk, man. Because
to be honest, T, I'm not trying to cut you off. I just get just mind boggles me for the fact that you have great men out there that changing their values. It's like I've been working on myself for the last 4 years, the last 5 years, changing my approach, changing my delivery, working on myself, going to therapy, really trying to change my outcome. I have people around me, like my mentors, my father, everything like that are changing my approach. Like, Raphael, why are you so defensive? And I'll be like, damn, why am I defensive? Like, what? And I don't think a lot of people, like, accumulate that hurt. Like, why did this trigger you right now? Like, accept that trigger, see why it happened, see why you're hurt by it, and change it. Change that thought process. Your thoughts
get to the root.
Yeah, get to the root. Like your thoughts are you. And if you act off your thoughts, you're losing that battle. You have to change the thought process to win this battle. And you have to change your delivery to yourself to get that outcome of that purpose that you really hold within. And until you change that rhythm and that process, man, it just doesn't work. And it just kills me just to see men suffer like that. It kills me to see women like not understanding the process of a man. And it kills me that men are not deeper enough to really carry that woman, and they hurt that woman because of their cycles in their past. And these are all cycles, and it just and they all play a part. And until you can change who you are as a man, because men carry a lot of leadership. A woman sows a oath to that man, and if they're done wrong by that man, their emotions are hurt forever. And we gotta really just take that initiative as men to change that approach for a woman, man. And we gotta start treating women have to start treating their men as kings and honor their emotions, and men have to treat their women as queens and honor her emotions and her nurture.
Yes, sir.
That's within.
Hey, you dropping bars.
Oh my God.
You dropping some bars.
Hey man.
I just get hurt by that shit, man.
Man. Hey man, you dropped some science on that, man. So to wrap it all up, man, got to break that cycle, man. Break that cycle, man. I mean, that's the biggest thing, man.
Yes.
Hey man, cheers to you, bro.
You have to. Man, you just on a whole nother level, my guy.
You killed it, man. So man,
I think it's that sangria.
Hey, that's sangria.
Yeah, sangria talking.
I had that earlier.
Where you get that shit from?
I had that shit earlier. Here it is, right here.
He gonna hit you with the Trader Joe's sponsorship.
Yeah, the Trader Joe's
sponsorship.
All day.
Hey,
and that's what's
Larry
up,
June
man.
on him shopping at Trader Joe's kind of lately. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up, man. Hey, well, salute to that, man. Hey, we got to communicate, man. We got to break that cycle, man. You know, as men and as women. Man, so we can make it through, man.
And don't go to church for counseling, y'all. If y'all married, do not go to church. Get some people that got degrees, and it's called therapy. Go to couples fucking therapy, y'all. I'm tired of that shit.
Go to therapy.
Like, get somebody that has a master's that's not carrying y'all business in the church or in anything else that's part of your family. You know what I'm saying?
Hello. Speak on it. Speak on it.
Shit.
Okay. Hey, he felt that one from the heart. That was from the heart, man.
Right.
Okay. All right, man. Hey, we ain't dissing church though, man.
We
you know,
ain't
if y'all gotta
church.
go,
I love church.
You gotta talk to. If we gotta talk to the pastor, talk to the pastor. Good.
Hey, well.
Right.
Hallelujah.
Hey, but the church got their issues too. That'll be a whole nother episode.
That's a whole different topic in its own.
Got more issues. Magazine.
Green leaf.
Man, switching gears, man. It's almost time for the basketball season to return. Or you got excited about it, or you feel like, we should just skip the season. How we feeling? I know we were talking about hooping earlier, man. I'm ready to get back on that court, man. So the season is about to start, man. They're about to start going into training camp. But there's a lot of shit going on, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still iffy on it, man. Like it's like I'm happy that this gonna bring back, because it's like, okay, cool. It gives me some type of feel like normalcy, and as being, you know, when you're a big hooper or you just hoop all your life and you going to watch it so much, you know what I'm saying, you miss it when you're not seeing that, or if you're not out playing it. But like, it also, there's so much stuff going on in the like it's one way of a distraction away from what's going on, but it's also, it could be a distraction for those that this is hurting, what's going on is hurting them more, that this isn't their way of getting back like a relief. You know, some people use hooping as a stress reliever or a way to ease their sanity and get away from what's going on in life. Well, there's also the hoopers, you know what I'm saying? There's also the hoopers that can't focus this. And that's why we're seeing players saying like, you know what, there's stuff going on right now that I don't want to play the rest of this out, because there's so much stuff going on that's affecting me that I can't give my all and how I want to on something like this, you know?
Yeah. Man, you just answered the question I was going to ask, man. I was going to ask you guys, will the NBA return distract us from what's really important, what's really going on? You know, you started answering it, man. So big shout out to you, man. You started killing it. The question before I even answered it. So how do you guys feel about it, Kay? Ralph, how y'all feel about it?
I just think I think it can play both parts. You feel me? Like, yes, it's great to see black men play ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we dope. You know, it shows our kingdom as like dopeness. But they can also speak, because think about the magnitude of the cameras. Where's it going to be during this time? That's got to be on the NBA. So, like during this during the speaking, during everything, they can really voice what needs to be done. They can voice their opinion. They can voice like new litigations. They can voice, real prosperity into the movement right now. And that's why sports are sports. Like it eases pain, but at the same time, they can speak their truth. And right now, as black people, we're speaking more truth than ever. So,
exactly.
And it's allowed. So why not take a better approach at that? What do you think about it, Kay? I see you over there.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I think it can go both ways. I am leaning more towards, sports can be a distraction to what really matters. So I could see it both ways. I don't really know what I think, to be honest with you, because I'm going back and forth in my mind about, man, Kyrie's right. LeBron is right about, these different things, how they can have a voice in a platform to kind of express what needs to be talked about and the issues that need to be resolved or whatever. So for me, I don't know how I feel. To me, honestly, I don't care. Can I be real? I do not care if the NBA comes back at all.
Okay.
This season, I can care less. As much as y'all know me, I love basketball. I watch it 24/7. But if the NBA does not come back this year, I will not care. I think life is obviously bigger than basketball. And I think you use basketball, like I said, as a tool. I tell kids this all the time. Like when you play basketball, you could use it as a tool to have an impact, to help other kids and help other people. So it's always bigger than basketball at the end of the day.
For sure. For sure. Man, one thing I feel about it, man, like I say, I definitely want to see some kind of sports
James.
This year. Hey, I'm repping the Lakers tonight. I'm repping the Lakers tonight, but I'm a big Rockets fan. I hope the Rockets win it all when they do come back. But anyway,
you say that
the Rockets they win shit, and we're not getting on this topic.
If they don't get it, let King James get it. Anyways, it's gonna be a big asterisk anyway. But at the end of the day, the way I feel is a lot of people saying, "Oh, let's cancel the NBA season because we got more things at hand." So, but my question is that to play devil's advocate, like, what do we really want? Like Kyrie is saying, I don't want to play because we got bigger issues at hand. But what not playing is going to do? Like, what are they going to do? Like they're saying that let's not play, but they're not giving us, okay, if I don't play, this is what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to make sure that all of the 32, how many teams is it? 32 teams?
I was wrong by that. It's 30.
So it's 30 teams in the
NBA. Fact check. There's not 32 teams. There's 30 teams.
It's 30 teams. That's K-Fax. That's what we call them, K-Fax. Yeah. So we got 30 teams. K-Fax. So that means you got 30 owners. That means you got 30 owners. Every last one of these owners are billionaires, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So if they saying they don't want to play because they want to hurt the pockets of the big dog, what are they going to ask the big dogs? What are we going to ask them to do? Are we going to ask them just give them more money? Because they've been giving money since the 60s.
Roughly, yeah.
I mean, so what is money going to do? What is the specific plan that they want? What do Kyrie want to do by sitting out? You know what I'm saying? What are they going to change? Because in society, what they're doing, I don't necessarily agree with. They're taking out statues. Okay, what is that going to do? They're taking Angel Mama off the serve. What is that going to do for me as a black person?
Off the rights too.
I mean, what is that? What is that doing though? I mean, is that an impact? Or we like, they really hear us now. They're going to take Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben. Come on, man. Nobody cares about that. In retrospect, you're taking off statues. What is that going to do? Is that going to stop police from killing us in the streets? No. Like, what are we going to do? What are we asking for? Are we asking for money? Like, I mean, Jordan just he said he's going to do $100 million over 10 years. Where's that actually going? You know, what is all the money going?
What's the purpose?
What are we actually asking for? Like, why are we okay? We don't want to play. That's fine. Like, I'm for that. If they don't want to play, that's fine. But what are we going to do? Like, I haven't heard a plan on what exactly that you want.
What's the purpose of playing
in exchange? What they just want to keep marching? Okay.
Well, that's
like what's the plan? If Dwight don't play this year, if Kyrie don't play this year, if certain players don't play this year, what are they going to do that they're not playing.
You hear what they're doing though on that right now, because what I've been seeing also and lately, and I just looked earlier, is the ones that are not playing, like say if Kyrie doesn't play, Dwight doesn't play, a couple others drop out, what they've been doing is they're letting those people go get free agents and bring them in as a replacement for those players. So they have already brought in that option of saying like replacement players, kind of like how the NFL did some odd years back where they had replacement players play instead of the players that stood out for a lockout. So that is an option. I seen that earlier. They were talking about that, which is cool and under that. But the replacement players are going to be, they could be some high profile names. But in this case, you're still affecting some of the cats that, you know, young guys that are on roster that are get bare minimum. They're being affected by what's going on as well. So they're thinking like, nah, I need the season to go on because I'm not set like Kyrie, LeBron, anybody that can, their endorsements can get them to not playing the remainder of the season. This these next little month, 2 months that I can get some games in and be on a roster, that's a check for me to help my family or get me going over this next couple of months until we get back into a full season. So that's also another way to think of it too. But like you said, like T was saying, it's also, like you said, what's the purpose and do we have a plan of action for it? And if we don't have that, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
For sure.
I agree.
Yeah, man. So it's already some players that's already opted out because they have a deadline before they either have to opt in or opt out. Trevor Ariza and Avery Bradley, they already went on record saying that they're going to opt out the season because, you know, more so with Trevor Ariza, it's for his son because he got a month visitation for his son. So he want to make sure he's there for his son for that month. So I get that because if you think about it, by this time they would be out anyway.
It would be out. The season would be done.
Avery Bradley got a young child that have respiratory issues. So I get that. So with that being said, you know, is it fair to criticize players opting out to protect future earnings? So that means, is it fair to criticize the players that's perfectly fine, their health is fine, their kids are fine, but they feel like, you know what? I'm going to sit out because if I get hurt, especially for these people that's like playing for nothing really, like they got a few teams that's going to play, but they really have no chance of making the playoffs. So is it right for them to just sit out just to kind of protect their check in the future? They don't really have a cause.
Yeah,
I mean, you have that right. That's part of us recognizing what's smart, like being smart in sports, right, and not taking those risks. So you can't. I mean, a person's going to protect. Just like for you, you would do the same thing on your job. You know what I mean? So you look at it from a sports standpoint, it looks a little bit different, but he has that right to protect himself in that way.
For sure.
You know? So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How you feel, Ralph?
I mean, Kay said it the best. Like, everybody has the right to their own opinion. And you can't tell a man what he can and cannot do for his family. And you can't tell him what he needs to do. We're like, we're not slaves anymore. And we don't work for the man. Like, they actually create the NBA to have money, you know? And that's what it is. And so, if people don't want to play because it's going to look like summer basketball hooping now, and they're not going to risk their body for that, that's perfectly okay. And it's okay. Like, as long as something's on TV, we're fine. Like, we already went this long, like, without seeing it. And it's okay if we don't see it for the rest of the remainder of the year. There's still a pandemic. How many people already got sick? And how many people are still getting sick? And then you want to wipe out the whole economy of the NBA hoopers? Like, no. And then they're going to be stuck in one hub. So if one person gets sick, it's going to spread like Nighthawks. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, speaking of which, man, they already got 3 NBA players that just tested positive for COVID-19. We got Jabari Parker. We got Nikola Jokic, Malcolm Brogdon. They all just recently tested positive for COVID-19. All of them are still expected to play. I think they're going to opt in. So, I mean, because And one thing that they got to worry about too is, since they got it now early, 14 days, hopefully they get retested and they're negative. Will they be good to go? I mean, can you catch it twice? I mean, what's the real story behind it? But it's going to be interesting to see at the end of the day. Like I say, if it comes on, I'm definitely going to watch it. I'm not going to act like I'm a protest or anything like that. Only thing that I don't want to see the players that chose to sit out to criticize the players that chose to play. That's the biggest thing.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, if you guys really want to talk to the root cause about, injustice and stuff like that, they're still trying to give Colin Kaepernick a job. So I'm saying this. So no, I'm just saying exactly, but exactly. So, and he's actually talking to some people to get a job. So are you going to criticize him because he's like the face of injustice right now? But he's probably going to interview. So it's like, are we going to be mad at him if he take a job?
No. But at the same time, it's more that back end that we talk about. Like, who runs the NBA? White men. Like, did you see the comment the other day when what's his name? It ends with George. He's a state representative, right? For the Senate. He has all the bankers. Do y'all ever see a black representation running your banks? Nobody raised their hands. And this is what's going on. So yeah, we can talk about all this going on right now about does Colin get a job? Or are we gonna talk about that? Man, at the end of the day, guess who's still running the show?
The man.
All right. In the NFL, guess who's running the show?
The man.
Exactly. So till we fix
9 times out of 10, you're gonna say the man now.
Exactly. And besides
the man,
Jordan,
right?
The only black NBA owner, full outright,
is Jordan.
Yeah. But Jordan. That's it. So you're trying to tell me that we can talk about all these facts right now, about players' rights. But guess who still got the money that's profiting off the players?
Yeah.
The man.
The man.
Can we change them facts and change the facts of our ownership on this earth and change the fact of changing our mindsets and our thoughts about how to really prosper right now? It's like, man, I get everybody's rights, but what really are our rights right now? The man knows what he's doing. The man's profiting off of black people still, and it's been going on like this for a minute. So,
we could start our own leagues.
It feels exactly, and that was
we really could.
Hey,
we really could.
Hey, everybody, go join the Bradley League. Everybody go join the Bradley League. It's in Houston, Texas. His name is right up there. He's in the corner. Go join.
Let me just work security. That's all.
Yeah, D1 Sports coming. Just join the Bradley League.
So you don't think like LeBron James could start his own league and all the NBA players will follow? Like, look, we control the TV dollars and everything that comes in. They here to watch us.
That's how much power, y'all. That's how much power we have.
But
we don't realize it though.
Exactly.
But Pete
exercise it, man.
Exactly.
Pete this though. We already got a black-owned league.
What's that?
See, why you even got to ask that question? You should know.
I already know, but what's that, T?
Ice Cube, the big three. Come on now.
Yeah.
But think about that.
So big shout out to Ice Cube.
Yeah, big shout out to Ice Cube. But we need more of that.
For sure. I mean, it's a start. It's a start.
Have y'all peeped that article though? Have you peeped the article about the African soccer players? There's a couple weeks ago. There's one of the most high profile African athlete that's in soccer. He's over in the EuroLeague. He came out and said, if all of my brothers from all the African countries that are over here playing, and we have a lot of them over there that are making money, he said, if we were to leave right now and start our own league in our home countries and build this up, we would literally take over the EuroLeague, and we wouldn't have to worry about going places, getting called racial slurs, having to take less money, or owners disrespecting them when they're not around. It was like, if we leave there, it would take over a lot, because like you said, as a black culture, we take up lot of spots in everything.
Braun, I've been saying this forever. Check this out. So we.
Hey, Curry from half court, man.
We are how much in the NBA? Like 85%, bro.
We're at 90 now. I think we're at
90%. You're 90% of the league. You are the league. You can do your own thing. Why are you waiting on them?
Grinding, and the niggas shining. Grinding.
Bro, all the money that they talk about getting, you can get all of that and more. You can have if LeBron James, and I think he's the type of player that can really start this and really make it work, because they would follow him and like, yo, we do our own thing. The TV, the TV money, all the endorsements and everything is going to follow. The players are the ones that we control. You assign a captain, and we distribute this money evenly, man. Like
that's the key. That's the key, though. Okay, you said something real key.
Hey, key.
The money.
Key.
The money.
Major
hold
key
on.
Alert.
Yeah, true.
Hold on. You say the money. That's the only thing. Is if they do start their own league.
Yeah.
The money. Are they going to be willing to take a pay cut? Because right now the CBA is booming. The NBA got some of the biggest salaries in the game. Chris Paul is making $40 million a year.
Let me ask you this: like,
are they willing to give it up?
You say a pay cut though. So think about it, right?
They're saying a pay cut.
They're paying how much is LeBron James getting paid right now?
Like $35 million a year.
But think
$35 million a year. But he's not even the highest paid. Give me the highest paid player in the NBA. Who is that?
I think it's no. You know who's going to be the highest paid player next year?
Who's that?
Have a player option? Mike Conley.
Okay. All right.
No. You know who else got the biggest contract? The Rockets like signed him to like some crazy numbers.
James,
Chris Paul.
Yeah,
Paul's gonna be making 41. Chris Paul's gonna be making 41 million next year. $41 million for 1 year. Veteran.
Okay, so let's think about it for a second, right?
They got number one, Steph Curry, 2, Chris Paul. Steph Curry's making 40,000.
And he just got that.
40 million.
Yeah, 40
million.
Chris Paul's making 38 mil. Russell Westbrook's making 38 mil. And number 4,
James is making a lot too, though.
John Wall is number 4.
People sleep. John Wall still got a big max contract,
and ain't played in a game in a minute. So here's the thing.
Think about it, Kay. I'm not gonna try to take the wheel, but think about it, right? Say if we make our own league, right? Look at the endorsements that's gonna follow.
But that's what I'm trying to say. So my thing is, if you have the money to pay a Chris Paul, a Steph Curry, that imagine what the owner's making. Exactly. Imagine what he's making.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the only thing though. If we go over there as owners, how many black billionaires do we have though that can really distribute that wealth? I don't think like I say But I'm saying that to say this. Like Kyrie Irving say, hey, I give it up. Like, will he really give it up? Like, that's my thing is, will these players are willing to lose these 30, 40 million dollars to make 10, 15 to start their own shit? Eventually, they can start getting that money again. But right now, are they really willing to do that? Just like Ice Cube League. He ain't paying the players that much.
I think some would if they can do on the back end.
But can they really sacrifice? Because they get endorsements from that shit like that.
I don't think it'll be a sacrifice, because here's the thing, man. Those TV dollars are something else. The TV dollars are a different level. That's a different monster. So if we can tap into that revenue split with the ESPNs, who else does it? ABC,
Fox Networks.
That's Disney. So you're getting into like, that's a whole different level of money that we can tap into when we say we it's our league. Like how are you 80% players and it's one owner, one black owner, like it's, and then less like no, even the coaching side of it too.
Yeah, we got to change that for sure.
Change it.
But yeah, man. So man, that's real talk, man. Like I say, we just gotta. I mean, they can't just talk about it; they got to be about it. If they really want to go black, let's go all the way black, man. Let's just stop. Let's stop putting them taking out statues. changing the syrup bottle because that shit is irrelevant. Give us our reparations. Give us our own shit. Give us our own leagues. Give us that. I need that $357,000 cash so I can do what I gotta do. But I can maybe be a minority owner of one of these teams. You dig? You know, saying give me a record label. No,
I don't need that. I don't need that in installments. I need that right there.
For sure. I need it all.
Black, y'all.
I need it all. For sure, man. Man, cool, man. Hey, dope show, man. Hey, Braun, man. Yeah. Hey, thanks for coming, dog. You gotta come every week, Braun.
I appreciate y'all having me, man.
Hey, Braun, you did your thing, dog. Hey, man, for sure.
Hey, man, I drop knowledge every now and then. You know, sometimes big brother tell you, he tell you.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, I dropped that sign. Do a mixer or something, man. We gotta definitely do something, man. Do something big, man, for sure, man. But shoot, man, a lot of shit going on, man. Shoot, what y'all got coming up for the week coming up?
You got too much of nothing, man. My gym is gonna be open in like 2 weeks, so
I'll be down there.
I need Braun, T ready. I don't know if Ralph's gonna be in Houston for the opening.
What?
For the grand opening.
That's so much disrespect right there. Put some respect on my name.
Hey, I'll be there.
You tell me the date and the time, man. I'll make some shit and pull up. I already told you. As soon as you open, I need to get in there.
Hey, don't
man.
Best believe we are gonna be playing some 5-on-5 in there for real, bro.
I'm ready, dog. I'm ready.
I told you straight up. Once you say it's active and we can get in, I'm telling you that.
In there. Yeah, you did say that.
Hey. Yeah, man. I got some Hardens I'm ready to try on, man. Some to hoop in. All them hoes are comfortable, so I'm definitely gonna bring them in there. Do my little step back.
Don't make me get the D Rose so you call me Ralph Logo. You know.
Okay. All day long, man. For sure, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Braun, man. What you got going on, dog? You want to plug anything?
Really, man. Nah, man. You know, I'm just really out here just grinding like everybody else, man. Just trying to come up in life, man. Trying to build that brand, man. You know, everybody trying to, and this is perfect time. Like they said, if you look at it, this is just a gym. A lot of our big companies and stuff we've done came out of some type of a pandemic or some type of big crisis that has happened. In the next 5 years, and like within the next 4 to 5 years, that company has blown up. And there's like an article out there that shows you like from like 2000 to like 2005, even 2010, 2014, there's been a lot of big companies that we use now that were started during this type of time. And then 5 years later, guess what? They're multi-billion-dollar companies. And they said that there's people like us, like brothers like us, just in general, like stuff like this, even stuff y'all are doing now. This could turn into something more going on. And that came from a crisis, pandemic. Next thing you know, 5 years later down the line, this little start now could turn into something lucrative.
Absolutely.
That's right up, man. In that mindset. Hey, man, you know, get the old man glass sling. We like, ooh, that look kind of nice.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro, you got any social medias you want to plug?
Hey, man, you know, y'all need to, man. You can go follow me on Instagram at Braun_X2. You know, that's BRAUN_X2. Some of y'all might hear Braun and go BRON. Nah, I'm other than LeBron. He stole my name.
For sure.
Hey, that's the capo of the capo. He be hitting.
Amen. Shout out to the good noobs. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. I'll plug it in.
Let's go. For sure. Ralph, man, what you got going, man? You want to plug anything? Got anything going on this week?
Oh, man, you know, blessings on blessings, man. Nah, man, just handling business. You know, I might have to go into work on Saturday, man. We got infrastructure about to be remodeled and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just you know, doing big dog shit. Signing off on.
You update any servers?
Nah, this time.
I knew you was gonna say that.
This time is clinic, man. The clinic needs some remodeling, some retouch up, some new LED lights, man. You know, signing off on just big things, man. And man, just really just kicking back this weekend, man. Just
yes, sir.
Reading books, man. Riding bikes.
There you go. Reading books and that's a T-shirt. Reading books and riding bikes.
Riding bikes. I like that. Hey,
you gonna put that on the tank top?
On the tank. On the tank.
Bro,
I like that.
We doing that.
Hey,
Reading books and riding bikes, dog. You dig?
Books and riding bikes,
Distinguished Gents merch coming soon, y'all.
Summer 20. All summer 20. We reading books and riding bikes, dog. I'm trying to tell you,
bikes, bro.
For sure, man. That's a bar. So last but not least, man, I just want to drop this in. We always drop some kind of music segment, man. I know we kind of running a little long tonight, but did y'all hear the new versus battle that's coming up on Monday? Did y'all hear about it?
Who's that?
Y'all didn't hear about it?
Who's coming?
Fabulous versus Jadakiss, man. That's all I got to say. We'll talk about it next show. But that's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope.
Cold summer.
Hey, that's gonna be dope.
It's gonna be a cold summer.
Hey, it's gonna be dope, man.
They will try to take the soul from us.
That's tough. If Jadakiss can bring in the lock stuff, then I'm taking Jadakiss. But you got to go single for single. Yeah.
Hey, that
we're gonna talk about that next show. Hey, hold it. Hold
he
it.
got straight bars like nobody else though, man. He be all like, you know, hey, y'all, what? And y'all heard bombs? Did y'all hear?
We're gonna hold off. We're gonna hold off on it because the show's kind of lengthy. But we're gonna go ahead and end it this way. Hey man, thank you, Braun, for coming to the show again, man. We appreciate it, man. Great guest, man. Big salute,
hey, man. Anytime,
salute.
man. Anytime, man. You know, just hey.
For sure. And as always, please, guys, follow. Distinguished_Gents on Instagram, Distinguished Gents on YouTube. Subscribe.
Yes, sir.
And then build this channel up. You know how we do it. And till next time, guys. Salute.
Peace.
Our favorite black businesses. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Yeah. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Yo. Look. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Spent about 2 racks on handmade new rags. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. That's everybody from sports to college class to rap and back.